do any change. So we have a heath course here, nicely winds through the natural terrain of the property. We use a lot of natural vegetation instead of putting, unnatural plants in. So instead of it being like, a golf course, it kind of winds nicely through the property. Obviously, golf course frontage home sites have great, open, spectacular views. The other nice thing is that if you like to walk, or if you can use it as a recreational thing too, if you're not a golfer, it's beautiful out there. So if you get a chance to grab a golf cart and cruise around the course, it's really nice. We don't have tons of golfers here, so it's like having your own private golf course. I mean, literally, you could play 18 holes of golf and nobody's in front of you and nobody's behind you, which is one of the most enjoyable experiences that you could ever have with golf. Because most places in the U.S., there's somebody coming up on you and you got to start getting stressed out and pressured, or you're waiting for somebody, and we don't have that here, so it's really, really nice. You can play the same hole 6 times if you want, so it's nice. And all these, we're going by all these grapes. We have about 180 acres of producing grapes. I think we have about maybe 10% more to plant in a couple other areas, but most of the grapes are in that we're going to have. And these are all private homes, so you can see there's a lot of different styles and sizes, and we really don't have any restrictions on what you do. You don't have to build if you don't want to. Some people like the thought of a stepping stone. You buy a home site, it's just your first step to move money out of your country, whatever next step is. Do you want a guest house and that's all? Do you want a big house? Do you want nothing? So we're pretty flexible with that. We have design guidelines, and we just ask people on the exterior to kind of stay with the local culture of Argentina with your exterior, and with your interior you can do whatever you want. Modern, traditional, whatever.
Were the old Malbec vines, were they here with the original?
They were. There was a dairy farm here, and the owner had the hindsight to plant those, which is great. This is an interesting house right here. This owner, that's 3 different units in that house. So they keep one for themselves and they rent 2 out. Mm-hmm. And it's rented quite frequently. We don't have a lot of rentals in here, so it's nice to, if you're not going to be here full time, you've got a lot of opportunity with rental. So we're heading now down to our golf clubhouse, and that's a pretty nice, you guys are taking pictures, that's always a good shot. Different times of the day. Kind of fun thing to mention, you see a lot of rock work on these homes. They get the rocks from the river, and these guys are craftsmen. Every single rock is hand chipped and placed to fit in to the next rock next to it. So this is all hand done rock work, which would cost a fortune in the US, but it's common here and it's kind of standard. That makes sense. So you get these beautiful, exteriors and interiors of the local rock. So in the golf clubhouse, we have a wonderful restaurant. If you guys get a chance to have lunch here, it's really some fantastic food. Mateus, our chef, very creative. They even have gluten-free. If you want a gluten-free pizza or something like that, just let them know. We have a huge garden, our own organic garden, right off the kitchen, which is behind that stone wall, where we grow all the vegetables that we